Hey, this is Joe from Citrus County Porch Life coming to you. I'm actually taping this on September 30th. I want to get ahead. I don't want to get behind and miss programs. So uh, I'm just, I want to have a little buffer in case anything goes wrong, like with the hurricane. Uh, I didn't, when they first said it was coming, I didn't anticipate having to clear everything off the porch or put it on the floor and back up all my books and take the plants in off the steps, and it was a pain in the neck. And put the awnings down, and now the same kind of storm is starting to form in the same area. So I want to be extra cautious, not only with these video logs, but also I'm going to keep the awnings down. It makes the house a little darker, but when you get at the midpoint of the 70s, putting awnings up and down hurts my back. I can still do it, thank God. I don't have to pay someone. Uh, but if I can keep them down for 2 weeks and avoid doing a whole set of them, when I say a whole set, I only mean five, but it's still a pain in the, literally a pain in the neck and a pain in the butt. So here is the reading for October 2nd, 2024. It's the acid test. And this quote comes from 12 Steps and 12 Traditions. As we work the first 9 steps, we prepare ourselves for the adventure of a new life. But we approach step 10, we commence to put our AA way of living to practical use, day by day, in fair weather or foul. Then comes the acid test. Can we stay sober, keep in emotional balance, and live to good purpose under all conditions? And the daily reflection is, I know the promises are being fulfilled in my life, but I want to maintain and develop them daily by application of step 10. I have learned through this step that if I am disturbed, there is something wrong with me. The other person may be wrong too, but I can only deal with my feelings. When I am hurt or upset, I have to continually look for the cause in me, and then I have to admit and correct my mistakes. It isn't easy, but as long as I know I am progressing spiritually, I know that I can mark my effort as a job well done. I have found that pain is a friend. It lets me know there is something wrong with my emotions. Just as the physical pain lets me know there is something wrong with my body, when I take the appropriate action to the 12 steps, the pain goes away. Ooh, this is sure is a loaded step. And I'm going to read what step 10 actually is. And this is step 10. Continue to take personal inventory, and when we were wrong, promptly admitted it. Now, the quote from the 12 Steps and 12 Traditions says, the adventure of a new life. It definitely is a new life because you're seeing it from a different perspective. When something goes wrong in the old way of thinking, it's person, places, and things that you can't control. And in the new life, it's what can I do to change myself in this situation? Kind of, it's not a perfect analogy, but this recent storm, there was nothing an individual could do to change the storm. You could hold on 1 second. I'm gonna try this. Okay, you came back on. Uh, During the storm, you could have done everything right, and still had some damage. Like I did everything I could. I couldn't move the palm trees; they both snapped, and so it's how I react to that. And I could be very embittered, and say, "Well, I'm never going to plant anything else. It's too dangerous down here in Florida to plant stuff. You lose them all." But I enjoyed having it, and all my other plants were spared, and I'm still getting the limes, and I love lime water. So it's a question, at least for me, of changing my attitude, trying to see the good in the situation that I would normally, if I were drinking, see everything bad. Uh, I was lucky when I was working for the Bank of Boston. The situation in banking was so, so bad. Banks were being swallowed up, and there was nothing an individual could do. It's a stockholders vote. They make some money on the bank being sold, and within 2 years you could have worked for five banks, and that would get a lot of people really angry. But thank God I had stopped drinking about 6 months before it started happening at the bank where I worked, and I was able to make plans. I got a job, when my job ended, and it was going to provide me with health insurance for all my time in school. I applied to nursing school. I got accepted. I went, and rather than bemoan the fact that I had lost a good job, I mean, I couldn't do anything about it other than, and for the first time in my life, when I got unemployment or disability, I did not go out and drink. I spent the time productively looking for jobs, looking for school, and it was very nice. That company treated me very well, and I stayed there till the very last day. It was an insurance company, and they were heavily insured up in Alaska, and they had an earthquake. And the state went in and looked at the books, and they couldn't write any more policies. So their computer room gradually got smaller, and they didn't need all the help. So people were quitting and going and getting other jobs. And I just came in at the right time, and they said, "Well, do you commit?" He said, "I know you're going to get sick once in a while, but just stay till the very end, and we will pay all your health insurance, and we'll let it go for 6 months after." So that's what I did, and it got me through nursing school with health insurance, and so I was in that frame of mind of trying to think positive of what I could do, not what other people had done to me. Because that's usually a scrappy kid from the projects, treated like crap. People didn't like you. You were white trash. Uh, never having anything. And so I got this kind of oppositional kind of thinking in my head that no one wants to help me. And I never got in trouble, but I was really defiant. And I know I was. Those poor nuns that had me in school, they would throw me in a coat closet for acting up in class, and I'd take all the coats down, make a big bed, and that really got them mad because I'd sleep through it, and they thought I'd be in there crying because I was like 5 or 6 years old. I didn't care. I was a handful, and that's kind of the attitude I had all the way till I came into AA. Just not trusting anyone ever, and doing it all by myself. And then I didn't have to worry about who I had trusted. I trusted myself. So this is I like that, the adventure of a new life. And it's not that nothing is bad is ever going to happen. It's not that you're not going to lose people that you love. But your reaction to all these things will change. Mine did. Like it says, you got to get introspective and think and develop yourself spiritually so that when you're hit by these things, it isn't such a blow. So I've gone on for more than 10 minutes. It's easy to do it with step 10. Very easy to do it. But you're doing this stuff all your life if you're in AA. You just continually do it. You do it every night when you take personal inventory. We used to call it when I was in Catholic school examination of conscience, and that's a good way. What did I do wrong? How can I change what I did wrong when I made fun of people or childhood things? Well, making fun of people, that can be an adult thing too. And so, well, have a good Wednesday. God bless and stay sober.